Welcome everyone. My name is Terence Townsend. I'm the founder and CEO of TE Financial Services, and I would like to welcome you to the Agent Readiness Checklist. I will be your host on this checklist, so if you would get a piece of paper, a pen or pencil, and be ready to jot down some notes. It's some important information here on helping you to get started as a financial service specialist with TE Financial Services. This program is to help make sure that you are ready to sell. When it comes to being a financial service specialist, there are three components that every financial service specialist has to deal with. Number one is contracting. Contracting is the most important part as far as making sure that you are ready to offer the products and services to your clients that they need. Secondly is certifications. Certifications meaning that you are ready to sell, you know the products, you know your product line, you are ready and certified with each company that you have contracted with. And lastly, marketing. Contracting and certifications are great, but without marketing, you will not be able to locate and find those customers that are ready to buy your product. So we will be going over all three of these with this readiness checklist. First on our checklist is agent contracting. Agent contracting is an extremely important part. Number one is through agent contracting that we're able to acquire the products and services that we need to be able to offer to our clientele as financial service specialists. Secondly, agent contracting can be a timely process and must be done efficiently and effectively. So, for that reason, we actually have a partner when it comes to our contracting. Our partner is thebrokerageinc.com, and many of you will be receiving emails from either Ebony or Laura at thebrokerageinc.com. So, when receiving these emails, you want to make sure that they are not headed to your spam folder, so definitely look for these emails and mark them as not being spam. Secondly, some of the carriers that we offer are Baylor Scott & White, United Healthcare, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Humana. Some direct contracts that we offer directly through TE Financial Services are with Nationwide, Dairyland Auto and Cycle Insurance, as well as VSP Care, Vision Care for Life. Also, when it comes to contracting, one of the things that you will run into with contracting is the request for your E&O coverage. Good thing about TE Financial Services, with our partnership with the Brokerage Inc., we actually have group E&O coverage that is offered through the Brokerage Inc. In order to use the bypass on your contracting paperwork, in order to be able to successfully submit that contracting paperwork, you want to use this E&O bypass. The company name will be the Brokerage Inc. The policy number will be 123456789. The effective date will be the date that you are completing the paperwork. And then the expiration date will be 1 year from that date that you are completing the paperwork. Also, mark on your calendars submission deadlines. There are some important dates and important times that each one of you need to meet in order to make sure that your paperwork is processed efficiently. Number one, contracting paperwork. You have 10 days to complete that contracting paperwork, so be sure to check your email daily to see the contracts that have come in through thebrokerage.com. Also, any appointment transfers, you need to make sure that those transfers are done immediately. Anything that needs to be moved over to TE Financial Services, definitely we'll make sure that that gets done immediately. Also, contract transfers as far as FMO change. If you have another FMO such as the Brokers Alliance or another group such as that, you want to make sure that those contracts are transferred over to the Brokerage Inc. And when those contracts are transferred, you will be able to process new business with TE Financial Services. Lastly, new business. New business must be turned in immediately within 24 hours following the appointment on which you wrote the business. So make sure that whenever you write new business, you follow up on that business, get it turned in immediately, and you will get that process so we can get you your commission check. Everybody likes commission checks. Alrighty, so definitely note these down on your paper as we move forward. Next on our agent readiness checklist is certifications. Certifications are extremely important, especially when it comes to being able to offer products to companies. Companies want to make sure that you know what you're doing when you're sitting in front of a customer. So definitely make sure that all certifications are done. There are some certifications that are done through the carrier, and also there are some certifications that are done outside. For instance, one of the more important ones that many of you will be taking advantage of is the AHIP certification. AHIP certification is $175 yearly on that, so you have to take that every year, once a year. There are carrier discounts available. Some of those carriers that offer discounts are United Healthcare, Humana, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Texas, as well as Scott and White, Baylor Scott and White Health Systems. Now, with that discount, that discounted rate is $125, which is not a bad deal, especially when you can consider how much business you can write once you are certified to write for some of these companies. So definitely make sure that the AHIP certification is one that you take advantage of. Training. We offer training. There is training offered directly from the carrier. There's also webinars that we offer. We actually try to do a weekly webinar just to keep up on trends and as well as best practices right here with TE Financial Services experienced agents. There's one-on-one training. Anyone who feels that they need one-on-one training, they can actually schedule an appointment with their recruiting agent, and they will be able to learn new and better ways to be able to offer their products and services to the clientele. CE credits. Make sure that those CE credits are taken care of. You must have 24 CE credits over a 2-year span in the state of Texas. If you're outside of the state of Texas, you need to make sure that you check with your Department of Insurance on the requirements of CE credits. Not only that, if you have questions or aspirations to gain additional licenses, we have a partnership with a company called prelicense.com. And prelicense.com, you can actually use our discount code. If you check our website on where it says become an agent, you can use the discount code there, and you can actually take classes, learn new things, get additional licenses at a discounted rate exclusively with TE Financial Services. Lastly on our agent readiness checklist is marketing. Marketing is very important. In fact, marketing is the most important thing that an agent, an agency, anyone who's in this industry must master. So when it comes to marketing, we've broken it down for you into 2 areas: lead sourcing and planning your day. You must be proficient in sourcing leads out wherever they can be found. You also must be efficient in planning your day, making sure that every moment of your day is spent doing the right thing at the right moment, and especially doing what's right for your clients. Let's look at lead sourcing. TE Financial Services has an 800 number, 1-833-MY-MONEY, which will be on every flyer, every piece of marketing material, everything that TE Financial Services does in order to drive clients to call that number. And when they do, agents, every agent with TE Financial Services will have their own distinct, identifiable extension that will help people to reach them directly. So if you've done any marketing, if you've connected with some folks, they can actually call that 800 number and reach you directly. Also, business cards. TE Financial Services, with every new agent, we give you 500 business cards in order to get your business launched efficiently and quickly right off the ground. Get you running from jump. Those 500 business cards will come to you via the mail. Also, there are flyers that we have, as well as flyers that you may bring to us. If you bring us a flyer, all flyers must be agency approved. So we want to make sure that you get your name out there, from the laundromat to the golf course. Get your name out there, place a flyer. It's a great way to drive traffic to your 800 extension, and it is a way for people to know that you are out here doing business. But make sure that that thing is approved by the agency in order that we can all be in compliance. Community networking. Make sure that you are taking advantage of opportunities. The Chamber of Commerce, any new town that you hit, be sure that you hit the Chamber of Commerce in order that you can find out what are the happenings and begin your networking process, whether it's at parades, whether it's at Chamber of Commerce meetings, whether it's at church services. The key is to get out there, get your name out there, let people know what you're doing. That is community networking. Lastly, social media marketing. Everyone has an opportunity to really be touched by the social media marketing that you put out there. So be sure that when you do that, do it efficiently, do it effectively. You can do it on a grand scale or a small scale. Either way, make sure that you put a good representation out there as to who you are, as to who you represent, and what you can do for the client. When it comes to planning your days, event scheduling is very important. Make sure that you begin to schedule events. Try to schedule events once or twice a week in order to make sure that you can not just reach individuals, but you can reach groups of people at once. Appointment setting. Whenever you are setting appointments, make sure that you are doing that, putting it on your Google Calendar, using whatever means are necessary. Also, with us, we have a website appointment scheduler, which means that people can actually visit our website, and on your personal page, they will be able to click on there and be able to set an appointment with you directly. So you want to make sure that you're leading people, not just setting an appointment with them face to face, but leading them to our website. If they can't set an appointment, then let them have the opportunity to schedule an appointment with you. Follow up on all connections. No matter who you meet, guys, you're going to pick up a bunch of business cards. You're going to pick up a lot of connections. You're going to make those connections across the board. Make sure that you are following up on those connections. Trust me, you may have to touch a person 3 or 4 times before they even remember who you are. But if you continue to follow up, they will know that you are a serious business owner, that you are a proficient in your lead sourcing and efficient in chasing down potential opportunities, and they will appreciate it sooner or later. But make sure you follow up on those connections. Cold calling and cold visits. We encourage you at TE Financial Services to make cold calls and to make cold visits to businesses, to places where you will be able to make some connections on a larger scale. Not necessarily door to door when it comes to home, but definitely target some businesses and spend an hour a day, 2 hours a day, or 1 day a week just focusing on larger scale businesses, and hopefully you will be able to make some connections there. Do some follow-up there, possibly set an appointment or 2, or they may invite you in to do an event. Yeah, you see how I wrapped all of that up. So definitely take advantage of cold calling and cold visits as well. We have reached the end of our agent readiness checklist. So now you are ready to sell. TE Financial Services definitely excited about getting you that jump start you need in order to move forward. So, what are your next steps? Set up your working schedule. So in setting up your working schedule, what needs to happen is that each one of you need to let us know what your schedule is going to be. It is important because when people book through the website, they will be able to log in a time. So we need to know what times are going to be available for you. Also, when they do that as well, those appointments will be sent directly to a Google Calendar. So if you don't have one, you need to set up a Google email address and set up a Google Calendar in order for these appointments to go directly on your calendar. As well, you will get email notifications when a new appointment has been scheduled with you. Set up your 800 number extension. Every agent will have their own extension, so we need you to set that up. Let your clients know that when they call, if they receive your voicemail, they will receive a call back from you in a timely manner. It is very important that you show how important they are. Utilize that 800 number extension just for that purpose. Identify 50 people that you will meet with over the next month. I need you to set up a list of people that you and your recruiting agent can go and speak to about what you're doing now. Show them some of the products. Show them how proficient you have become on selling and insurance, as well as being able to show them how they can save money for retirement, how they can put money aside, how they can prepare for their financial future. So we need 50 people over the next month. That will help to get your name out there. That would also potentially offer you a beginning customer base in order for you to be able to jumpstart your business here at TE Financial Services. Next, set up a ride-along. Make sure that your recruiting agent or an agent who has sufficient enough experience will be able to do a ride-along with you. Schedule that time. Trust me, there's an opportunity within all of us to be sharpened. Iron sharpens iron. Each one of us can grow and learn from each other, especially the wisdom and experience of others. It will help us to be more proficient in our business. And lastly, make sure that you have scheduled your headshot and you write a 3-sentence bio testimonial in order for us to place on the website so that people can see who you are, as well as read a little bit about your experience. So, my name is Terence Townsend. I am the CEO of TE Financial Services. I believe that this checklist will help everyone to get their business started out on the right foot. If you have any questions, definitely contact your recruiting manager and they will be able to walk you through these steps and help you to get a launch on your business and build your clientele, begin making money, and be a helpful resource to people throughout your community. Thank you so much for being a part of TE Financial Services. Thank you.